Coming up, I see some hills.
Look at those hills.
A Mercedes hogs a lane.
I'd just sit in the middle lane. Yeah, why not?
And I go on a ferry.
Brilliant. Thank you. Actually, I should have got a return. Welcome to the new for 2023 Berry Productions office, where today, seeing as it's that weird period between Christmas and New Year when nothing really happens, I thought go for a drive in the Volvo outside. Look, we've got a water thing, a printer, health and safety. Oh yes. Oh, right then. Should have done this before I got in. Looking back. So then, the Volvo V60 D4. Now this is of course a car I reviewed once before, but today I wanted to take it for a longer drive, a proper drive.
My route would take me down the M5 motorway, through the heart of Devon, passing Exeter and Torbay, and concluding at Dartmouth.
What I really want to get to the bottom of during this trip is why anyone would spend 30,000 of their pounds on this rather than a BMW or an Audi or a Volkswagen. I actually think it's a brilliant looking car, I really do. It's very striking, it's very angular. What is worth bearing in mind is its size.
The V60 is only a couple of inches narrower than a Lamborghini Aventador. However, the Volvo's 180 brake horsepower 8-speed diesel engine is significantly less powerful than the Lambo.
But rather more relevantly, it produces nearly 400 Newton meters of torque. That's like a skip full, and a big skip.
The motorway soon morphed into dual carriageway, and a Mercedes decided to be annoying.
Why? We've got a clear lane on the inside, and this fool in their A-Class just sitting there. Nah, don't. Why would you pull in? I'd just sit in the middle lane. Yeah, why not? I think you need to get into the mind space of the kind of person that buys a Volvo. What is it they're after? What is it they are buying that car for? The V60 scored 97% on its NCAP crash tests, and that's got to be one of its USPs, one of the reasons that people go for a Volvo. I mean, I could crash at 200 miles an hour in this, and I'd be fine. Let's not find out though, hey?
The V60 and I were now approaching Torbay.
The fact is, the V60 is a very comfortable place to be. It feels bourgeois, it feels well built and well thought out. It's very minimal and yet classy. Now we are passing the junction for Torquay, and I'm going to have a sip of refreshing tea. On the dual carriageway or the motorway, the V60 does feel very at home. I'd say it's the road it feels most at home on. But even so, you find yourself correcting a lot, and with its width, you're trying to keep it in lane and make sure you're not running over a nun or anything like that. And it does require some attention, even on a very straightforward piece of road.
I was soon off the dual carriageway and decided to have a rant.
Now, by coincidence, a Maserati Ghibli has ended up in front of me, and a friend of mine used to own a Ghibli, a diesel one, and it staggers me that Maserati offer a diesel option. I mean, that's just wrong, I think.
Rant over, I passed the rather excellent village of Cockington, where the road opened up.
Right, this is a bit more like it. We've broken free from the Brixham traffic and we're onto a back road. Ooh. And this is exactly the sort of road where you notice the slightly lacking drive. You turn in and not only does the car pull, you feel like there's a lot of weight, which there is, and you've got to correct yourself on the steering and you're not quite sure if the car's too wide, fit through the gap. Jesus. You're just very concerned about many things a lot of the time, I think, when you're going even remotely quickly.
Despite the peril, I was making good progress.
Dartmouth, that's what we want. Look at those hills. It is a very pretty part of the world down here. Tight left-hander here. Crikey, she's brave walking there. More walkers. There isn't a huge amount of feel that comes back through the wheel, which doesn't help either. So you are doing a lot of guesswork. This is an excellent road though.
And before long, Dartmouth homed into view.
And there, if I'm not mistaken, is the River Dart. Splendid. We're going on the ferry, I think. Without choice, by the looks of it. There were no signs saying we needed to use the ferry. I might put on the radio.
The meetings that you have on trains, the experiences you have with other people that you don't when you're in a little box hurtling along the motorway, or even on a plane busily getting from one point.
I'm gonna have to turn that off. Right, the ferry is here, ready for my embarkation. So I'm going on the River Dart in a Volvo. Hi, thank you. Hope he takes card. Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
Just the one way?
Yes, please.
There we go.
Brilliant. Thank you. It's like being in the olden days.
The compulsory ferry pulled myself and the 2-ton Swede across the river.
Well, that was quite the experience. Can highly recommend the Dartmouth car ferry, providing you got £7. Actually, I should have got a return because I'm going to need to come back. Goodbye, ferry. Well, we've made it. Apparently, King Charles II took refuge in a building here in the centre during a storm during his reign. I wonder if our current King Charles will ever require that. Now, Dartmouth, being the age it is, has some incredibly narrow streets. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Is this one way? No, I don't think it is. Now, I would have expected the V60 to be a bit trickier to navigate through Dartmouth's tight old streets, but actually it's been a breeze. All 2 metres of the width seem to have slipped through pretty nicely.
It wasn't far to my destination, at the mouth of the rather beautiful River Dart.
As we reach the conclusion point of this drive, it's probably about time I gave a conclusion as to the V60. It does everything a Volvo needs to do. It's comfortable, it goes well on the motorway, it's made with high quality materials which feel well bolted together. And actually, how much does the technicality of the driving experience really matter to the average Volvo customer? What they're after is a bit of Swedish sophistication, an NCAP crash test of 97%, which it has, and a big boot. The V60 has a bit of individuality about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I can see why people go for a Volvo. I really can. Anyway, I think it's time for a spot of lunch. Oh yes. Thank you very much for watching. Look after yourselves, and I will catch you on the next one, right here on Berry Productions. That is just the taste of being in the pub. Delicious scampi fries. Topical, really. The sea's over there.